I believe now everybody
Live streaming is on.
We would love to go back to our office. I mean, even the person who hated to go to office is now eagerly waiting to go back to the office. However, as you have heard that a lot of companies are now changing their work model. Even in July, August, I don't know which month government will allow us to go back to our office. Maybe May, maybe June. But even when the circular will come that you are free to go attend your office, I don't think any of you will have the courage to freely go travel in the public transport, or even if you have your own car, it will be difficult for you to go back to your office and I mean do the work as you people used to do 3 4 months back, because we don't know who is the COVID patient around us. There are people who are without symptoms who can be a carrier to the coronavirus, and we can get infected. So, what I can expect that almost another 6 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 1 year, our entire lifestyle will change, and we will be working more from home rather than from the office. One of the biggest IT company in India, that is TCS, who has around few lakhs of people working in within the country and outside the country, they have declared that 75% of their workforce will be working from home, and that they are trying to they are trying to make this happen by 2025, year 2025. And not only TCS, lot of other companies are exploring how this can be possible, because they will save on the office space, they will save on electricity, and the daily time for commuting can be saved, lot of energy can be saved. So be it our IT companies or the academia, even the students are slowly getting familiar with online education. I believe there was a certain amount of uncomfort in going for online education. People always wanted to go to the classroom, have the teacher face to face, and clarify your doubts. But slowly that model is changing. People have understood that even after the lockdown is over, they cannot go back to the classroom. So they have to accept this new style of learning, this new style of doing work. So be it the student life, be it service life, we have to adapt this work from home culture. So over the coming months, the faculty members, the fellow students who are present over here, you will see that you will be trapped within the house, within your four walls. It's good one sense that you are more with your family. The family time has increased, but we have to understand that since we are within our house, and now our entire communication, our entire work, everything is dependent on the digital platform. Like even if we want to talk to our friends, we have to use Skype, we have to use WhatsApp call. If we want to do our job, we have to do it from our home. If we want to buy some food, we have to use Swiggy. If we have to make a payment somewhere, we are using Paytm. There is no cash, there is no delivery, there is nothing which you can just physically walk out around your house, your locality, and do it. So enter the digital platform, the digital India that the central government, our Modi government was trying to push. Now this has become a part of our life. We never knew that this will come so soon, but now this is a part of our life, and we are heavily dependent on this digital platform, digital India. But are we really ready for it? I believe no. Ina madam has already told a lot of things about me. I will add few more things, like I work very closely with the Lal Bazar Police Department and also the Bhavani Bhavan CID. I work very closely with the law enforcement. A lot of case studies comes to us, and you will be surprised, you will be shocked to know that our since the lockdown has started, the cybercrime rate has increased by 220%. Just imagine. So now is the paradise for the hackers, and the people who are victimized by cybercrime, that has gone up by 220%. So it is bad time. This is something new. We don't know what are the do and don'ts, and we are making a lot of mistakes. So this session, madam has requested me, being an ethical hacker. Again, I will not go into the details of who is an ethical hacker, but we protect companies. Mostly we work with the corporates like Apollo Hospital, Amri, CSC, Spencer, your Novodiganto. They are also our clients. So we help these companies to stay secure. We don't work in the B2C other than our huge training department where we train around 1200 people. Now, this session, I will try to focus on the B2C. What that does mean? That means in your personal life, what are the things you should do and shouldn't reach at the hotspot? What is happening at the
Live streaming
hospitals?
is on.
So to find this information about the COVID or coronavirus hotspot spreading of the disease, we are practically clicking on each and every link that is forwarded to us. And I believe the first thing you do in the morning is you check your WhatsApp. I think before even we talk to our spouses and our children, the thing that we do first thing in the morning is we check our hot WhatsApp. And then what we do, we start forwarding all those interesting WhatsApp messages with video, link, your images, and that happens till this good morning forward keep on happening till the afternoon. That is 12 o'clock. So what do you forward? You forward all types of messages around the COVID. Now you will be surprised to know most of the links that are coming to WhatsApp, to your WhatsApp, are link of websites which practically can hack your mobile. I have given a few examples over here. You will see that coronavirusmap.com. This is one site. This is one of the examples. Now, if you go to this site, as it looks like a very simple site, a coronavirusmap.com on a world map or maybe a Calcutta map. If you click on this site, immediately a malware will be downloaded into your mobile, in your laptop or your desktop, and whatever you do after that in that laptop, desktop or mobile, that data will go to the hacker. So what has to be done? Do not click on random links. The only link to get the right information are the links which has .gov.in, that is government sites. .gov.in, if you find that in the URL, those sites are trusted. Every other sites, almost 200 sites are coming up every day on the internet. If you click on those random links, there's a high chance that you are infecting your mobiles or laptops. Now, interestingly, your mobile doesn't have any antivirus. I believe most of the participants who are present over here, almost 90% of the participants don't have an antivirus in your mobile. But your laptop desktop has an antivirus. So if there is a malware in your laptop desktop, there is a high chance that the antivirus will catch it and alert you. But if that same thing happens in your mobile will be a sitting duck and no alert will come to you. You will never come to know about the problem and your mobile is infected and in the hands of the hacker. Now you see 60-70% of our digital footprint is through the mobile, not through the laptop desktop. Most of the WhatsApp you do through mobile. You check your Facebook through mobile. You check your Instagram through mobile. You check the Twitters through mobile. Any news that comes to you first comes to your mobile, and then maybe you go and check in your laptop desktop. If you want to travel, you need a Ola, Uber that you do through mobile. If you want to order online food, you do Swiggy through mobile. If you want to make a payment, you do a Paytm through mobile. So 60-70% of our dependency is on our mobile, and that is the least secure device in our digital world. It is our complete negligence that we think that the mobiles are safe. We do not need anything else over there, while that is the most unsafe or insecure device that you are carrying in your hand. Now, see, other than these particular sites, there are a lot of apps which people are trying to install. Previously, at the beginning of the COVID, this lockdown, people started downloading an app called COVID Info. Now, again, these type of apps which you get even on the Play Store, App Store, some of these apps were nothing but ransomware. Now, how come there will be a ransomware in your mobile? Now, this works in a very different way. This doesn't lock the data. What does a mobile ransomware do? A mobile ransomware simply locks the screen, and you would have to pay the money, some money to the hacker in form of Bitcoin to get unlock the screen. So everything is locked. Your contact, your SMS, your WhatsApp, every bit of information is locked. Not a single information is locked directly, but just the screen is locked. So again, when you go and download, install any app in your mobile, make sure that it's a valid app. It's not a fake app. How do you know that? Now I have made a simple picture over here. I will show this to you. Suppose you go to an app store and see this type of apps. This app is installed, so it is showing uninstall and open. If it was not installed, then it would have shown install. Now, if you go and look into this app, how will you know whether this app is a fake app, a malware, or a valid app? The first flag that you need to check is how many downloads and how many ratings and review. Any good popular app will have more than 1 million download. Now see, if you look very carefully over here, I'll show you the number of downloads is showing 100. There cannot be a app which is valid and which has 100 download. It has to have 1 million download. If it is not there, don't trust that app. Second, the number of rating. You can see 43 people have rated this app, which is an absurd number. If this app is a popular app, then definitely it will be more than 1 million rating people who will be rating this app. Other than that, when you install this app, the third flag that you need to check, what type of permission this app is taking from my mobile. Any app that you want to install will pop up the permission list, and if you see that the mobile is that app is taking permission of your microphone, your webcam, and your SMS, then that can be very dangerous. Why? I will give you some more examples later on. But if I get access to your webcam and your microphone, then that app can be always listening to what you are saying. The app can switch on the webcam and start taking MMS. And you have a webcam on both sides of the mobile. So how will you stop the recording? The most dangerous part is that if you have given a SMS permission, a permission to the SMS to that random app, you have practically given the permission to your bank OTP, because your bank OTP is nothing but SMS. So what we have seen that since the lockdown started, people started downloading a lot of mobile games, and this has actually exponentially has gone up. People are downloading mobile games. They got bored. They have downloaded astrology software. They have downloaded TikTok. They have downloaded different Chinese apps. I mean, people want to get entertained. Now, the only people who you people are entertaining are the hackers, because if they can come up with a nice, interesting app, you will take a bait, you will download that app, you will install it, and you have given a full access to your mobile. And in that same mobile you are using for Swiggy, for Paytm, for bank transaction, for I don't know, QR scan, code scan, for any type of monetary transaction, and you are using that mobile as an e-wallet. Every mobile that you have in your hand is basically money, because through that mobile you are placing orders, you are actually sending money. So that mobile is nothing but an e-wallet, and you have willingly have given permission to the entire mobile by installing an app, by clicking on a bait and installing an app which most likely is owned by an hacker. So be very careful from next time when you install a random app, a random game, mobile game, or TikTok, or God knows whatever comes your way, you keep on installing that in your mobile. Right. I will go back to my old slide. What are the different type of other scams which are going on? The second scam that we saw, which has grown very rapidly, is like e-commerce sites. Trust me, since government sent the circular that liquor shops will be open, people in Calcutta lost 3 lakhs within 2 days. They started putting orders for online e-commerce sites for home delivery of liquor, and 50 to 60% of those sites are fake sites. Now, I will not assume that most of the people participants over here will go and place an order for liquor or crazy about liquor. But what happened? What the hackers took a psychological advantage. N95 mask or surgical mask was very much necessary. It became a mandate by the government, and everybody was looking for such masks. Now, what happened as soon as the masks were not available on at the shops, there are a lot of fake e-commerce sites which were created and which were displaying availability of these masks. And many people who have placed bulk order of mask on this type of fake e-commerce site lost a lot of money. So what ideally they should have done? In this time, they should only believe in cash on delivery. Never ever use a credit card, debit card on an unpopular, not so known e-commerce site. If it's a very popular e-commerce site, then it is okay. Otherwise, never ever go for debit card, credit card purchase. Always go for a cash on delivery. Otherwise, you might lose a lot of money. Next, what has happened? The fourth problem that has happened is the bank EMI. Again, the moment government the banks declared that they can defer the EMI, again, don't go for the EMI deferment. It's almost like a something you will lose a lot of money. If you defer for 3 months, ultimately you will be paying off at least 14 to 15 EMIs extra. So that I learned when I went to a TV talk show, and there was a bank employee who actually explained to us that if you defer this 3 months EMI, ultimately you will you will pay up with more than 14, 15 EMIs. So, but there are a lot of people who went for this bank EMI deferring. And what happened? The hackers started calling. They started calling at your mobile that I am calling from the customer support. If you want a deferring of your EMI, please fill up this form. And that form has all the confidential information like your name, your mother's maiden name, your address, your date of birth. And keep in mind, these are the information which will be needed if you forget your PIN number and you have to authenticate yourself in phone banking. If you go for phone banking and you forget the PIN, they will ask these same questions to authenticate you. And these questions, you are filling up that form and giving it to a hacker so that they can pose as you and call the phone banking and authenticate themselves. So if you want to defer your EMI, always go to Google, search for the bank that you have an account. And if you go to that particular bank site, from that site, every respective bank has put up a form on the homepage, or there's a link on the homepage which you can click and fill up the form to defer the EMI. Never ever click on a link which has come through a WhatsApp or an SMS or an email and asking you to fill up a form to defer the EMI. You will get into a trap and you will lose a lot of money. Right. Now, next the part is I already told you about do not forward this because you are making these malware links viral. You are sending it to your friends who trust you and they will get infected as much as your device will get infected. Okay. Now, interestingly, I will go to the first part of my slide and let's come into a little bit more interesting topic. Okay. Can you see my blank screen? Madam, can you see my Google screen?
Yes,
Ile
we can.
madam, can you see my screen? Google.
Yes.
Are you saying my viewing my PPT or the Google?
Google screen. Google screen. Now Google Chrome is open in front of us.
Right. So let me show you something. I'm going to Yahoo Mail and I'm writing my IMSSG. Okay, I'm going to next. It will authenticate me as I am not a robot. It will go through an intermediate process. Okay. Okay, just wait for me. I'm showing you something very interesting. I'm giving you a live demo what can happen if you save your password. Maybe some of you from computer science background I can actually understand what is happening, but all the people who are not from the computer science background will be shocked that this can happen to you. Okay, they have gone through another level of images. Hold on, this is a car, this is a car. Okay, okay, right. Now I'm coming to my page where they'll be asking for the password. How many of you save your password like this so that when the page will come, your password is already there? May it be Gmail, may it can be Facebook, can be other any sites. So you have already saved your password. What you have to do, you have to click on submit, and immediately you come to your inbox or to your home page. So if you have saved your password like this, it is very dangerous to do. You just right click on this, go to inspect. The code will open. So in that code, you change type from password to text and click on enter and see immediately the password. Your password like this. If you save your password, any browser, any operating system, this password can be stolen within 2 seconds. So if you already have your password, go to the setting and you remove it. Just go to the setting. You will click on the top right. You click on the setting, and then you go to the clear password or clear browsing data. Click over here and just clear all the data. Otherwise, you can actually face this password can be stolen. Now let us show you one more thing. If you have a Gmail or any Facebook or any this type of software, it is always good to uh, go to this tool and okay, just give me 1 minute. Right, go to this tool and go to accounts. If you have a Gmail account, click on the top right section and click on accounts. I believe all of you can see my account, right? Where I am clicking. Click on account. If you click on account, this page will come. Click on security. If you click on security, you will come to a page which says that two-step verification. Now I have kept this off to show you. By default, two-factor authentic. If you want your password, if you want your account to be safe, you must always activate this two-step verification. What will happen if you activate this two-step verification? Even if the hacker hacks your password, get access to your password, they use the ID and password and try to log in into Gmail, and OTP will come to your mobile. And since the hacker doesn't have your mobile and doesn't get access to that OTP, your account can never get hacked. So all the people who come to me and tell me my Gmail has got hacked, this is the way you can make it 100% hack proof. Just go to accounts, security, and enable the two-factor two-step verification. And this feature is available on Facebook, Facebook available on every popular site. But keep in mind, by default, it is off. You go to the setting and switch it off. Otherwise, your account is vulnerable, highly vulnerable. If you use any other portal, if you see some have signed in using Google, like I usually don't sign into any site using Google. But suppose I go to this page and I see, I believe I have logged in into only one site using Google. Let me see which sites I have logged in using Google. Okay, since I am taking up this session, it has become slow. I'm using mobile tethering. So if you go to this page, it will show all the sites where you have used Google to log in. Immediately log off from the site using and register yourself, have an ID password. Don't use Facebook, Google to log into other portals. Okay. Come back to my slide. What else you can do? Most importantly, what are the media connecting to the internet? Using a home Wi-Fi, a home router, or your mobiles. If you are having a home, be very careful. What is ID password for that router? When was the last time you have changed the password for that router? If you have a home Wi-Fi system, please change the password. If you don't change the password, a hacker can hack it within 30 days. If you are using a mobile dongle or you are doing a tethering from your, remove that tethering, you stop that tethering. Otherwise, what will happen? That tethering is switched on, your router is switched on 24/7, and the hacker has ample time to break it. If you switch it off when you are not using it, then hacker doesn't have access to it. He doesn't have all the time to do a brute force and try to break into it. So if you have a internet connection, a home Wi-Fi, you switch it off when you are not using it and change the password every 30 days. And never ever use that admin or admin123 password. Same with your CCTV. If you are having CCTV which you can see through your, you can watch through your mobile, you keep in mind that hacker can also use the same CCTV. They can watch you from their mobile. If you have installed a CCTV at your home and office, and you can watch it from your Android mobile or iPhone, they don't have the only the password. But how long it will take to break that password, to brute force that password? So again, if you have a CCTV where you can watch remotely, change the password every 30 days, or people are watching you, whatever you are doing inside your home. Next part is like, did you take a backup of your data? Sometimes I see people have taken a backup in the hard disk, in pen drive. What if that pen drive is lost? You might have some confidential photos, video, document, text message in that particular pen drive, and you don't want to hand over others. So what you can do, there's a nice tool called Veracrypt. You can see at the last line of my slide, Veracrypt. It's a free tool that is used to encrypt a part of your hard disk or your USB drive. So keep a folder in your USB or hard disk which you can say confidential. So keep all the confidential photo in that particular folder, and you can use this Veracrypt tool. It is very easy to use. Just select the folder and say encrypt. It will get encrypted. So when you want to decrypt, you have to use the same Veracrypt to decrypt it. So if you lose that pen drive or that hard disk, if it goes to somebody else's hand, he will not be able to see all those photos which you don't want him to see. If you otherwise, you can use like Google Drive or Dropbox to, if your laptop is lost, no data is in the laptop, everything is on the cloud. You can also use Google Sheet, like something called Google Sheet was there. I can show you from here. Uh, just a minute. Yeah, if you go over here, you will see Google has a lot of features like slides. You can see at the top right section. This Google Sheet, I can use Excel sheet, which I can collaborate with a lot of people. I can give them view access, I can give them edit access, I can give them access to manage it. And these are all on cloud. And if you don't give an access to somebody, no way they can know it. So start using cloud services. These are the free services which are already available to you. So you can use these services. You don't need to buy anything. These are free services. They have very good security, and people from all around the world can use it. You can make an Excel sheet of your expenses, and somebody from US can check it as long as you have given them access. Okay, next part. Now, some people ask me, is my mobile safe? How do I know whether or not? What if I have? Now, to understand, first of all, you have to install an antivirus. Even people ask me, I'm using an iPhone. Is my iPhone safe? Do I really need to install an antivirus in my iPhone? If you go to Google and search for iOS, you will see a lot of which are meant for iPhone. So Linux, iPhone, Windows, whatever, Android, hackers can use everything. So have an antivirus for your devices, and once you have it, scan your mobile. I have written a tool called Lookout. Lookout is a tool. This is the name of the software. You can use it. You can install it. It's a free one, and that tool actually will help you to understand whether there is any malware in your mobile. Otherwise, if you keep your mobile idle without like putting it in or any video or YouTube playing in the background, and if you see you are not doing anything with the mobile and your mobile is getting very hot, then chance that your mobile has been infected by a malware. The mobile with your antivirus, and at least keep one antivirus in your mobile. Any free, paid, whatever antivirus you want, that will help you out. Okay, I will not go into this. I'll come to this last two lines of my slide. The golden rule: if you password or do I know whether the site is fake or not? The first thing that you check on a site, is it starting with HTTP? Every good site with HTTPS. If it is not with S, I mean it doesn't have a S and only has HTTP, then it's that site is most likely a fake site. It's a phishing site. Don't go for it. This type of SMS are coming to people. See, the SMS looks like coming from Zomato, but they have a word called Team Viewer. Now, Team Viewer is a remote access tool. It can be a team viewer. It can be a tool which is called AnyDesk. And there are many type of tools like this. If you click on this SMS, this Team Viewer can get installed. You will get a PIN number, 9-digit PIN number with the hacker. After that, nothing you can do. As long as you are connected to the internet, the hacker can do anything with your remotely have access to your mobile. This type of emails are called phishing emails. Now, this email from a valid email ID. How is it possible? Hackers can manipulate the from field. So when you type an email, that email says you can write something to BCC with a blind carbon copy. But can you change the from field? No, but hackers can do that. So if I want to send something to SNU, what I will do? I will manipulate the from field and I will put the email ID of Ina madam. So whenever somebody will get that email, they will think Ina ma'am has sent that email. So this can happen with anybody. I can send an email from your best friend to you, and you will trust that email, and then something wrong will happen. What can happen? Emails are coming from the income tax department telling you that you have made an income tax, you are charged with an income tax penalty, and you must fill up this form. That form is an attachment. You click on that attachment and you are gone. You are finished. What can happen? Emails can come from a HR department, human resource, and they say this is the appraisal email. You have to fill up the form. You click on that form, and immediately your device is infected. So they are playing a lot of tricks. And the most dangerous one that they are doing at this moment is doing call spoofing. What is call spoofing? Now, you might not know that hackers can make a call from any mobile, from Ina madam's mobile to any other mobile of the participants who are attending this session. Am I making a call from Ina madam's mobile? No way. I am making a call from my mobile. So what I am manipulating? In the caller ID part, I am actually manipulating. I am changing my mobile number and I am putting Ina ma'am's mobile number. So when the call is coming to you, you think that Ina ma'am has called, while actually the call has come from my mobile. I have just manipulated the caller ID to her caller ID, to her mobile, I mean the SIM number. Now, if you get a call from your best friend, or maybe your kids, or maybe your father, mother, I don't know, I mean, the nearest person, even your boyfriend and girlfriend, saying that I'm into trouble, or this person is lying on the road dead, and you must come over here, please do not trust that. That phone call might not have come from your boyfriend or girlfriend. That person is very well, nothing has happened to the person. How to know whether it's a fake call? Just call back. If you call back, it will go to the right correct person. It will not go to the hacker. So if you get a suspicious call that something is wrong, somebody, your nearest friend is lying dead on the road, you please come over and take care of him or her, just call back, and immediately you will know whether it's a fake call or not. I have covered CCTV. Now this comes to the selfie mania. Hackers are not interested in your photo. Hackers are only interested in the background. What are you revealing in the background? Very dangerous. A lot of confidential information gets revealed by selfie. Keep in mind. This is very interesting. Now we go to the we are putting a lot of order, placing a lot of orders online. And sometimes what happens, we say we will do a cash on delivery, but when the person comes, they come up with a POS machine. They come up with, I think somebody's microphone is not muted. Can you please mute all microphone? Yeah, can you please mute all microphone? I can hear a lot of noise in the background. Moderator, can you please mute the microphones? Thank you. So, right. So if you somebody asks you for your debit card, credit card, please do not hand over the card beyond your line of sight. Why? If you hand over the card to somebody who has come for a collection or just a parcel drop, and you are paying through your card, if that person takes a picture of the front and back side of the card, he can make any purchase on a foreign site without any OTP or PIN. If I want to make a purchase with any of your credit card on a foreign e-commerce site, no PIN, no OTP will be sent to you. So you will not come to know about it as soon as the purchase is done. So whenever you would make a purchase, make sure that you always watch the card so that no photos are taken. Even card should not be given. No card should be handled under the CCTV, because CCTV can also reveal the front and back side of the card. And to make a foreign purchase on a foreign site, I just need the card number, CVV number, your expiry date, and the name. These are the only four information I need for a credit card to make a purchase, and you will never get a PIN or an OTP. If you have a wireless card like this, where a wireless sign is being given, keep it wrapped up in an aluminium foil. Otherwise, somebody with a POS can come near you and make any purchase. Again, no OTP, no PIN up to 2000 rupees. Now come to a very interesting topic. Which video conferencing tool should I use? Is Zoom secured? Is GoToMeeting? Now, interestingly, if you go to Google, suppose you go to Google and you type I go to Google and I want to use Zoom. So I will type Zoom space CVE. See what I have typed over there? Zoom space CVE. Any hardware, any software you want to use, just write the name of the software, space, and write the word CV and E. There's a site called CV Details, which gives you information about whatever the problem has been identified in for that software or hardware over the year. So you'll see that Zoom has this amount of problem. If you want to know is Skype secured, just go back and write Skype, and I will place enter, and I will go to CV details, and I'll see Skype has these many problems identified. So if I want to know which is safe, I can go to Google and find the vulnerabilities of any hardware software using just the name of the software, space, and CVE. So if you ask me whether Zoom is really secured or not, I will say every video conferencing tool is secured if properly configured. If not, every video conferencing tool is not secured. So what to do to secure a video conferencing tool? You always put an ID password. I believe a lot of faculties are present over here. In Singapore, what happened when the class was going on, was getting conducted, some hacker came into that, entered that classroom. They started spreading porn messages and started bullying the children. So what happened? What is the fault? The problem was that no Zoom password. So if you are having a Zoom meeting without password, I have a tool which can actually check for all open meetings and just take me and I can get entry to any random meeting. So always have a meeting with password. No password can bring a lot of trouble. Second part, waiting room. Always create a waiting room. No random person should come and join the meeting directly. They should come to the waiting room, and from waiting room, you manually take him into the meeting. Important thing is restrict people from seeing each other. If people can see each other, they can start privately chatting with each other. Now if you are taking a class, that can be a big problem. One hacker inside the class, and they will start privately chatting with the children, and what will happen? They can start bullying the people. They can start they pressurize them to click on a link, and the moment that kid clicks on that link, that machine is infected. So always make sure that the participants cannot see each other. Then even if the hacker comes into that room, they can only see the organizer or the presenter, but not the other participants. If you are having a confidential meeting, always lock the room. You stop the recording feature, which is very important, because if somebody has said something confidential, it can go recorded on the cloud, and if that gets leaked, then that confidential information gets leaked. And once you are over with the meeting, always take time to end and go out, leave that meeting room. I myself, what I do, I always put a piece of cloth to cover that webcam. This has again happened with some corporate meeting that people were not very well dressed, and the camera was suddenly switched on. So whenever I start a meeting, I always put a cloth on that webcam on my laptop. I just covered the camera. So if by mistake or unintentionally the camera is switched on, that can not put me into trouble. And one more thing, if some techies are there out here, once you are done with the meeting, you can always do control alternate del. I'll show you over here. What I am doing, I'm doing control alternate del. I go to task manager. Now interestingly, you will see that a lot of things are running in the background even when I'm not using it. If I go to startup tab, see Microsoft Teams is by default running. I have gone to startup. The meeting was enabled by default. The meeting was enabled by default. I have disabled that meeting. I have disabled that meeting. So all these video conferences keep on running at the background. So just go to taskbar and disable them. So when you switch. And if you once you with the video process, I will show you I find out thing is running at this moment, even if I am not using it. I click on end task and I kill it. So make sure that when you are done with the meeting, you go to the taskbar, you press Control or Enter and kill the process. Otherwise, this process might be running in the background actually. You can also very dangerous. You don't have a call business meeting, newspaper cutting that Google is sending is listening to your bedroom talk. Does Google is real bedroom talk? They are doing. Alexa is listening to it and they are sharing these audio clips with third party. And third party has leaked. So when you are not using Alexa, switch it off. Or when you are having a confidential business meeting, keep the Alexa in a different room. Right. Okay, and always mute the microphone. Ensure the recording is not done. I think I have 2 minutes left. So more or less I have covered what was needed to be covered. I hope this helped. Now I will stop and I will put it over to Ina ma'am or the moderator so that if any question comes up, I'll be happy to answer.
Oindrila, are there any questions?
Not really. Can we just give 1 minute and ask the participants if you have any questions?
But Shonde, I only wonder if I had a tool to virtually see the pulse rate of all the participants at the end of your talk. I'm sure most of this, if not all, is pretty high, including mine. Mine is really high now.
I didn't want to waste your week. I mean, ruin the weekend. So it's a Friday evening, still party time, even within your home.
No, all days
So I
are
have
weekend days. All days are weekends now.
right.
No,
Okay.
I've been, unfortunately, I've been listening to such talks of yours and probably more dreadful things you have said earlier, which I've heard. But I don't know why. I'm a lazy guy, so I still don't listen to you. I don't abide by your dictums. I'm still using the same password without changing, without doing whatever you say. But maybe, yes, now I'll have to.
Right. So lockdown time.
One question we have that's come up. It's by Kushal Chaudhary. He's asking, sir, should we make online payment using Wi-Fi?
Okay, so if you want to make an online payment, it is okay, but make it from your mobile, directly from your mobile. Don't connect your mobile to a particular Wi-Fi. Just use your normal telephone data, like the 4G data. In that case, it is safe. But my main concern is your mobile secured? Do you have an antivirus in your mobile? Do you install games in your mobile? Do you watch have you gone and clicked on these WhatsApp links which comes to you every day? Then if you have experimented all this from your mobile, then I would not prefer that you use that same mobile for doing up online payment.
That's all we have. But is Truecaller a safe app? When you're saying that SMS granting permission for SMS is a little scary. Am I audible?
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Sengupta? Yes. If you're saying that, so
yeah, you are
this is
audible.
my question.
I will give you the answer. You can go to Google.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Truecaller generally says that
to
if
share
you download Truecaller,
So can you see my screen?
Yes, Mrs. Sengupta, yes, we can see your screen.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Google, I'm opening.
Yes.
Yes, we can see. We can see.
Maybe I will. So I am Google to give you. So I have written on. Oh. Okay, my connection is very slow now because of this. But if you use your mobile, go to Google. Yeah, I got it. So this is the answer. I'm showing you live from Google. 1 million. Madam, can you see that?
Actually, I was onto something else. Just a moment. Yes, I can.
Yeah, Truecaller hacked 1 million data. So I'm stopping the screen sharing just to see the feedback. Oh, okay. This has also come. Right. So did you get the answer, ma'am? Truecaller in 2013. So if you are again, who cares? Okay. The next question. That
No, your voice broke. If you're using Truecaller, you're actually
if did you see that Google screenshot?
yes. It is really scary. Yeah, really
Yes.
scary.
So I only keep those apps in your mobile which you cannot live without. So whenever you install that mobile any app into your mobile, just ask one question to yourself: can my life continue without this app? If the answer is yes, don't install.
Okay, that's easy. Okay, we have the next set of questions.
Yeah.
Abhishek Limbu, he's asking,
Mhm.
sir, usually phones come with security patch in every update. Does that help?
Yes, very good question. If a security patch comes up, immediately install it. Be it in your mobile, be it in your laptop, desktop, Windows patch, Windows update. They are meant to keep your mobile and your laptop secured. So never ignore a patch. Don't think that it will again decrease my bandwidth. It will ruin my storage space. Always install those patches, and that will keep you more secure.
Next question. Uh, I think you've covered this, but then it's a repeat question. What are the precautions we should keep in mind while making online payment from a smartphone?
Sir, your phone is smart, but in fact, all our phones are very smart, but we are not being able to keep up there with that smartness. What we people are not smart. We play with your mobile. We put install lot of unwanted apps over there, and we practically make our phone a hacker's paradise. And then we start doing online transaction over there. So that is the problem. So if you want to make an online payment from your smartphone, make sure that your smartphone is not only smart, it is also secure. Don't play with that mobile, with that handset.
Uh, Sauravi Sinha asking, should we uninstall Truecaller?
Not really. Carry on. Your life will still be safe. No problem. Whatever is
Okay.
done is done.
Someone's asking, Rudro is asking, a list of antivirus for mobile. I think he's asking for free antiviruses for mobile.
Yes, I already mentioned one. Lookout. Lookout is
Right.
the name of that tool. LOOKOUT. Lookout is the name of that
If,
app.
okay. So if we download the antivirus and then if there is no threat after we scan it, it means that the mobile is safe and can be used.
It's a one level of protection, but
Yeah.
always use two-factor authentication that will give a second layer of protection.
uh, Zoom meeting. Somebody named himself AB. I don't know what that means, but anyway, Zoom meeting password is always shared on platforms like WhatsApp along with the meeting link. In that case, does the password add any extra security?
Correct. So if even if the password is shared on the public platforms, we have a waiting room concept. So if somebody comes, they will wait at the waiting room, and a moderator, if he can identify the person, he will be transferred to the original meeting. So that waiting room is the second level of defense for to stop a hacker. And once you are starting with a meeting, if it's a small meeting with limited people, always lock the meeting before you start the confidential discussion. So you can identify everybody, and maybe you can switch on the camera to see that whether you are actually talking to the person that you are meant to be having in that discussion. So once you identify everybody in that camera, then you can switch off the camera and start the discussion after locking the meeting room. Okay, I think one more question has come.
There's an app called House Party. It says that it has been said. Okay, Kushal Chakraborty is asking again. It said that it steals data even when we are not using it. How is it possible?
Not a problem. I mean, your mobile is switched on. So if your mobile is switched on, the app is working in the background. As I told you, that even my that GoToMeeting I'm not using, but see, it is enabled in the background. So it is keeping on doing the work. It is what it is doing. Every key that you are pressing, it is recording, and then they compile that into a small text file. And when you are not using your mobile, that means your bandwidth is completely unused, they will just send that small text file to the hacker's email ID. So your password will get stolen.
Is it possible to not question in this here, but is it possible that somebody, even if you don't click on the link, and somebody sends a certain text to us, or a WhatsApp, it's a WhatsApp forward, and our phone or the laptop, that device that we're using, can get hacked? Is it possible?
Yeah, it is possible. There was one tool which was like the government, not the Indian government, several other governments were using. They used to send a video, and even if you don't download the video, do nothing, don't even watch the video, your phone can get hacked. It was used by NSA. So and the second case happened when they sent a missed call on WhatsApp. So it was a missed call. Even if you don't pick up the call, your entire mobile was hacked. But the good news is that these two tools cost 8 crore rupees. So most likely you are not worthy of spending that money. If you are a really important person, then you have to break the mobile that shown in that Udi movie. If you have watched that movie, you see after every call they used to break the mobile. So if you are the home minister, you have to do it like that. If you are Aam Janta, no problem.
That's all we have, ma'am.
No more questions, I suppose.
No.
Okay. In any case, Shandi, what I'm doing is I'm sharing a screen for all the participants. Is it visible? Is it visible? Is it visible?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No.
If there are further questions, you may mail it back. You have got a mail ID with you from where your form was sent. You can mail back your questions, and Mr. Sengupta will be, I'm sure, happy to answer your query.
To scare you more.
It's not visible, no? It's not visible.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I was just trying to share the mail ID once again. It's oindrila.m at snuniv.ac.in. You got this mail ID, I'm sure.
I'm typing the mail ID in the chat box. Please have a look.
Yeah, please, please. Shondeep, it was an excellent session, frightening away everyone. We might want to have you few more times if the lockdown continues, to keep ourselves more frightened, scared,
and
have nightmares.
Thank you very much. Nice.
Thank you, Shandi. Thank you. Be safe. Be indoors. I suppose your area has been declared as a
Thank you.
not so safe zone. So be safe. Okay, thank you, Sandeep. Thank you.
We are zone and we are enjoying it.
Good. Anyway, I'm not
Thanks
too
from
far
Indian
from you.
School of Anti-Hacking.
Pardon? Come back again.
Correct. That's correct. So I said thank you from my side and from Indian School of Anti-Hacking.
Lovely. And I'm sure some of our students are doing their internships with your company. Hope they continue with you. Thank you, participants. Thank you,
Correct.
everyone.
I believe. Thank you. With your permission, I am logging out.
Yeah, thank you.